Welcome back to Uprising. I'm Sonali Kohatkar. You can now watch Uprising on Free Speech TV, which airs on Dish Network Channel 9415, DirecTV Channel 348, and on hundreds of part-time cable affiliates as well as on Roku. House Speaker John Boehner and President Obama are in the midst of yet another spat, this time involving Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The White House is accusing Mr. Boehner of violating protocol by inviting Netanyahu to directly address Congress next month. White House spokesperson Josh Earnest retorted that, quote, the protocol would suggest that the leader of one country would contact the leader of another country when he's traveling there. Beneath the simmering hostilities is the Republican Party and Netanyahu's discomfort with Obama's position on Iran. In his State of the Union address on Tuesday night, the president said he would veto any new sanctions on Iran. Meanwhile, an Israeli airstrike killed an Iranian general and 6 officers of Lebanon's Hezbollah in Syria days ago. Iran says the group was there for a field reconnaissance mission. Netanyahu is facing re-election in March. Back home, he has his own serious problems, not the least of which are a series of violent individual acts by Palestinians against Israelis. The latest incident took place yesterday morning in Tel Aviv when a 23-year-old Palestinian man stabbed 13 Israelis on a bus. The man cited the Israeli war in Gaza and recent tensions over the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem as having motivated his actions. The incident came in the wake of a one-day general strike by Israeli Arabs protesting the recent killing of 2 Bedouin men by Israeli forces. There was also a major clash in East Jerusalem after bulldozers were deployed to destroy the house of a Palestinian man accused of building without a permit. My guest is Ramzy Baroud. He's the managing editor of Middle East Eye. He is an internationally syndicated columnist as well as a media consultant and author and founder of PalestineChronicle.com. His latest book is My Father Was a Freedom Fighter, Gaza's Untold Story. Welcome to Uprising, Ramzy.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first, let's talk about Netanyahu's planned visit to the U.S. Is it highly unusual for Congress to directly meet with the head of another state and entirely leave out the U.S. president? And if so, what does it signal about divisions here within the U.S.?
Right. It is certainly unusual when it comes to an international context. It is not unusual when it comes to Israel. The Republican Party in particular and top American officials have done a great deal to really kind of show, endearing feelings towards Israel, to, in more common language, to kiss up really to the Israeli Prime Minister and the Israeli government in order for them to gain, credit and to gain good standing with Israel's powerful allies in Washington, D.C., particularly the powerful Israeli lobby, which is really part of mainstream discussion at last. However, it puts President Obama in an extremely uncomfortable position, not just because of protocol. I think it goes beyond protocol. It's really about policy. He made it very clear on his address on Tuesday that the United States has a very clear idea of how they want to achieve or how their foreign policy regarding Iran should be directed. By the Congress making that invite a day after he made his feelings and his intentions clear is really a clear defiance of not just of President Obama, but the United States foreign policy regarding one of the most sensitive subjects it has to deal with in the Middle East.